Hello, good morning viewers. Welcome back to BBC World News. For today, we bring several information from the world that happening during this week. Health authorities across Latin America are battling a rise in coronavirus infection. The region already has the highest COVID-19 death rate in the world. Brazil has suffered the most fatalities in the region with more than 500,000 deaths. That's followed by Mexico, where over 200,000 deaths. Due Johan reports from Lima, where the new lambda variant is pushing the public health care system to breaking point.
In Peru, people are placing their hopes for curbing the pandemic on vaccination, yet progress is slow. Only some 15% of Peruvians have received at least one dose, one of the worst rates in Latin America, but for health workers on the ground, it's better than nothing.
How do Peruvians respond to this current vaccination program?
We felt optimistic because people react well to vaccination in Peru. In fact, younger people would like everything to go faster so they can get vaccinated soon.
Although commerce has reopened after a 9-month quarantine, strict safety measures remain in place. Authorities have mandated using double face masks to enter stores and shopping centers. Face shields are widely used and hand-washing facilities have been installed in the streets, but it has not been enough. Peru has the highest per capita death rate in the world. The government's response to the crisis has been widely criticized.
How is the process of administering vaccines and handling the pandemic in this area?
The doses are arrived too late. The management of the pandemic is a complete disgrace, especially for the previous president. Now, at least the Pfizer vaccine has arrived.
What do you think is the best way to maximize the vaccination process?
This is what must be done to vaccinate the population and to start negotiating from now a new generation vaccine for the new variants. That may appear that is the most effective measure, and we have been slow in doing so.
The last two peaks of infection in Peru have coincided with the political crisis that in both cases led to massive demonstrations. The first one is in November, when political instability led to 3 presidents in 1 week.
The second wave of protests is happening right now. The reason a controversial presidential election. One of the candidates tried fraud, while the other claimed there is a plan to steal his victory. Supporters from both sides have taken to the streets, and according to some experts, this demonstration could cause a further rise in the infection curve.
But at this point, the country cannot afford new lockdown.
What makes Cubans so interested in a vaccination that makes the process so effective?
We Cubans help others think that other countries in the world don't do. Countries that have more possibilities than we do, and we help those in need without any problem.
On average, Peru administers about 350 doses vaccine every week, a low figure for a country of more than 33 million. Authorities have promised that the process will accelerate. A government forecast estimates that the eligible population will be immunized by the end of 2021.
We move on to the next news. Cuba is expected to approve one of its vaccine against COVID-19. In the coming day, regulatory approval for the shot, called Abdullah, could help speed up vaccination across Latin America, where the case numbers remain high but countries are struggling to get shot. However, public health officials are calling for caution, saying the vaccine should be scrutinized by global drug regulators before being used around the world.
A moment of celebration in Havana last month as Cuban scientists announced the result of their COVID-19 vaccine trial. The shot's 92% reported efficacy rate puts it in the same league as those developed by pharma giants like the Biotech-Pfizer Alliance. A remarkable achievement for a tiny island of 11 million people. Havana has 5 COVID-19 vaccine candidates in development.
What is the main concern which makes people doubt the vaccine that has been recognized by the international community?
If this vaccine is approved by the international scientific community, we will welcome it, but it must be approved. We Venezuelans should not be the guinea pigs.
Cuba says 30 countries have expressed interest in its vaccines, but public health officials and even politicians are urging caution. Cuba's state biotech firm has not published the trial data yet or applied for approval from the World Health Organization. But with no end in sight for Latin America vaccine shortage, some are being forced to choose between unrecognized shot or none at all.